In a time before recorded history when giants walked the earth and ruled the seas, a tribe of powerful hunters discovered something terrifying. A massive tooth, larger than a man's hand, lay buried in the sand, evidence of a predator beyond their wildest nightmares. The Megalodon, 60 feet of pure hunting instinct, patrolled these waters, and it had noticed them. The hunters became the hunted in an instant. The young warrior barely escaped with his life as 60 feet of living nightmare erupted from the depths.
Look to the waves, they carry the omen.
The Megalodon had claimed these waters as its territory, and it would not share. The tribe now faced an impossible choice: abandon their coastal home or fight an enemy that ruled the ocean itself. The cavemen understood they couldn't match the Megalodon's power in the water, but they possessed something the ancient shark did not: the ability to plan, to craft, to turn weakness into strategy. Through the night they worked, their massive hands building tools of war. They would take the fight to the monster or die trying. The plan was simple but deadly: lure the monster close, strike hard, and hold on. But nothing could prepare them for the Megalodon's raw power. As the harpoon struck home, 60 feet of furious muscle erupted from the depths. The raft, built with days of labor, was destroyed in seconds. Now the hunters were in the water, the shark's domain.
Here, we flank them. The high ground is ours. We strike from the shadows at dawn. Brothers, fear is a shadow. Stand as one. Our strength will progress. Watch, son. It's not as strong.
Like this?
Good. Now pull tight.
It holds.
Warriors! Move! This will ease the pain. 1, 2, 3, we are few. Breathe, cross brothers. Everyone, close! Hurry! Clone's falling! Save the side! Stay together! Protect the family! Breathe that! The cold comes. We must decide. We hunt the mammoth now! No, the valley has berries. Keep back. The beast will hide. Yes. Then cover.
In the Megalodon's realm, human strength meant nothing. The muscular warriors, so dominant on land, were helpless prey in the water, but courage and sacrifice bought them survival. Some brothers were lost to the depths, but the remaining hunters made it to shore. The battle had taught both species a lesson: respect for the other's power. The Megalodon proved itself more than a mindless killer. It understood revenge. Through the night, it destroyed their fishing grounds, collapsed their platforms, and laid siege to their entire way of life. The great shark didn't need to attack directly, it simply needed to wait. Without access to the ocean, the tribe would starve. Desperation drove men to desperate measures. The cavemen had learned to think like their enemy. They used the Megalodon's own instincts against it, its hunger, its curiosity, its confidence. When the massive predator beached itself for what it thought was easy prey, it found only death. But even wounded and trapped, 60 feet of prehistoric fury was beyond terrifying. The warriors rushed in, knowing one mistake would mean being crushed or torn apart. The final battle was brutal and desperate. Even dying, the Megalodon was a force of nature, its massive tail crushing bones, its jaws snapping with enough force to split a man in half. But human courage and cooperation won the day. When the great shark finally fell silent, the warriors stood in stunned disbelief. They had done the impossible, defeated the ocean's ultimate predator. But the victory was bittersweet, paid for with the blood of brothers. In the aftermath, the tribe was forever changed. They had faced the ultimate predator and survived, but they learned important lessons. Respect for the ocean's power became central to their culture. The story of the Megalodon was carved into stone, painted on walls, woven into their very identity. The warriors wore its teeth as badges of honor, reminders that courage and intelligence could overcome even impossible odds. They had won their right to the coast, but they would never forget the price. Generations passed, but the story endured. Grandfathers showed battle scars to wide-eyed children. The Megalodon shrine grew with offerings and respect. The tribe didn't just survive, they thrived, turning fear into wisdom, trauma into tradition. They had proven that humans, though physically weaker than many predators, possessed unmatched intelligence, courage, and unity. This was more than a victory over a shark. This was the moment our ancestors declared their place in the world.
This was the Megalodon. It ruled the ancient seas. Were they fierce? Yes. Learn from its strength.
Watch closely. The tribe must remember, block like this, predict the strike. Ocean dangers are unforgiving. Train hard. Further from water. Safe. Heavy. But we built strong. Lesson learned. Respect nature. Gather. Drive it down. We will quiet to right about the hearts. Wrong Kulu Megalodon Sharok Benok Shar Ulu Bro. Our strength endures! Watch, strong arms bend wood for trap. Tie binds tight, trap catches prey. The mighty Megalodon roamed these waters, the giant that tested our ancestors. Let us forge this alliance.
They were no longer just prey. They were survivors, they were warriors, they were human.